comment. Engagement on the platform is as important as on Instagram and on Facebook and on LinkedIn. Getting into the comments will help get you known, especially if you're leaving thoughtful comments, not just cool vid, bro, or something, or just an emoji. Now, it's not as immediate as on Facebook, where the comments tend to fly back and forth a little bit quicker, and you can jump right into Messenger. It's important to comment on your fellow creators' videos, and yes, even people that you might deem your competitors. It's a good practice to comment on their videos to show that you're involved in their niche and interested in their audience as much as they are. And that only helps, especially if you can leave a thoughtful comment. You can pick at parts of their video that resonated with you. There's a much greater chance that they're going to click on your name and say, well, who's this guy? He's commented on the last 5 videos that, Eric Reinhold of 30 by 40 design workshop has put out. So is he an architect? What's he doing? And then they'll jump over to your channel, and so it goes. So commenting is a big part, and that's going to help. It's going to help build your subscriber base. The final one, and the biggest one, and the hardest one is to commit. Is to commit to doing this, and just saying, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. That's great and all, but until you go back through these other 7 steps and start to think about a plan, start to put that plan on paper. Just saying I'm going to start a YouTube channel, that's great. It's a good first step. Once you get that niche defined and your potential audience defined, I see it kind of like walking up to the edge of a cliff. If you made the decision to walk up to the edge of that cliff and you're ready to parachute off, good for you. You're starting to face your fears. You're only starting, but that's only the start. And then you reserve your channel name, and then you plan out your videos. You're inching a little closer. Perhaps you upgraded your camera. True story. I bought this camera, and it sat for 4 months. Again, I'm doing this backwards. It's hard. It sat for 4 months in that closet until I pressed record. That's how, honestly, afraid I was of doing it wrong, of not making a great video, and not even of gaining 100 subscribers or anything. It was just putting out a video that was of the quality that I wanted to. And I know that that's so prevalent in the industry that we're in. We agonize sometimes, certainly scrutinize our designs to the nth degree. And that's in all stages of the design process. And as we're finally getting into construction documents and getting ready to send that final set off, that's going to be a lot like hitting publish in YouTube. And man, if we haven't dotted every I and crossed every T, we're staying late at the studio. We're staying late at the office to get this done. So yes, committing, saying you're going to do a channel is all well and good, but until you actually hit record and spend a lot of extra time editing, a lot more time than you probably need to, and you push publish, when you push publish is when you finally jump off that cliff. Here's the kicker. You don't have a parachute on. You build it as you're going down, and it's terrifying, especially if you haven't put yourself on camera before, especially if you haven't published things and spent all this time editing. It's terrifying. You're hurtling down the side of a mountain without a parachute. But as you start to do this more, as you start to practice your editing, as you start to talk to a lens in a room by yourself more and more, it gets easier, and the pieces of the puzzle start to come together. And eventually you're slowing down, at least. Maybe not this beautiful glide just yet, but it certainly feels more comfortable. And that's where confidence comes. That would be the 8th C of all of this, is confidence. You don't get confidence until you commit, until you jump off that cliff and start to put your face, if not your expertise. It doesn't have to be your face to start. You go through a number of, again, I'll bring up Eric Reinhold, 30 by 40. He's a big influence on me. That's why I drop his name a lot. A ton of his videos, he doesn't show his face at all, but they're super detailed and informative, and such a depth of architectural expertise, you can't help but watch. So you don't have to be on camera to start, but it certainly helps. It helps make a personal connection. It certainly helps to gain subscribers. The algorithm probably likes to see eyeballs, I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess it's going to push out videos with someone's face and voice in it a lot more than the alternative. But committing, it's the big one, and ultimately you need to start before you're ready. You need to jump before you have all your equipment on, because it's the long game. YouTube really is the long game. It's not putting up a bunch of videos on Facebook because they scroll down, they're lost in the feed, honestly, in seconds. And if you think about Instagram, only 2 to 3% of your actual followers will see any of your posts unless they go to your feed specifically. The organic reach is just that bad. But YouTube, it is a search engine, and it is the long game. And that's why I think it's such a powerful tool, not only for longevity's sake here, watching your progression as a design professional or as a design firm owner, or as somebody going through architectural school, as somebody making the decision to even enroll in college to become a landscape architect. Yes, you can. There's lots of high schoolers starting channels. There's a few from my alma mater, Cornell, about their decision to pursue architecture there, and then videos of them, their day-to-day in studio. So there's the longevity factor, posterity factor there. But the fact that your work and expertise in your firm can be searchable until Google goes away, which I don't see it ever doing, unless Jeff Bezos gets really cheeky. These videos, they're going to be around for much longer than we are. Certainly much longer than our design firms will be. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Pace yourself. It's okay not to know everything all at once. But we can start to put the pieces together. Yes, David makes the point. Your first video will always be bad. Just do it. They'll get better with time and practice. I certainly felt like a deer in the headlights. When I watched my first couple of videos, I don't look too deer in the headlights, but there are a few points where you could tell I'm reading off a piece of paper on the bottom. I tend now just to have, I've got an outline with the 7 points, and I can kind of just vamp because I'm just more comfortable on camera. It's all about practice. You're right, David. But the other trick, so to speak, is to go to any popular creator or even just a YouTuber that you like, even if they don't have thousands of subs, and go watch their first 3 videos. It's almost laughable how bad some of them are, where there's no lighting, the microphone, you can barely understand what they're saying because the mic is terrible, but they did it anyways. They put themselves out there anyways. That's the hardest part. It's not what camera you have. It's not, am I putting the right tags and titles on my videos? Because those can all be changed, by the way, as can your camera gear always be upgraded. It's about putting yourself out there. YouTube. It's about you. It's about you connecting with people. So those are the big 7. Any questions you want to submit outside here, just shoot me a direct message on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram at Jake Krakowski.